And the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us to the loveliest village on the plains, Auburn, Alabama. And a key game early in the season in the SEC West. It's the 12th ranked Tigers of LSU against the 7th ranked Tigers of Auburn, riding a 13-game home winning streak right here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. About 88,000 of our best friends along with us. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler along with Gary Danielson. Partner, last week in Columbia, we said a key game in the SEC East. Here in week 3, it's a key game in the SEC West, and Gus Malzahn said it best to us yesterday. He told his players, this is where the road starts.
Yeah. You know, I always get a chuckle out of this game. We've done this game. I love doing this game. It's one of those bring your big boy pants games. You know, I mean, these guys came to these schools to play physical football. They're going to get it today. Jarrett Stidham had arguably his worst game of the year at LSU last year, but since that he's been spectacular. One of the best quarterbacks we have in college football because of what he went through a year ago. Yes, this game tested him, but he got better, and now he's comfortable. He's making all the plays. He knows the offense. He's got a lot of skill around him, and he's also comfortable knowing that if he has to punt the ball, he's got some monsters to help him on that defense. They're all over there. This defensive line is one of the best in all of college football, bar none, and one of the dominating defenses that we have in the game today. We called them the monsters of the plains when we were talking to some of them yesterday. The Bayou Tigers got a pretty good front too, though. They do. It's a little different, though. They've got their talent at 3 different levels. Start off at the first level. Rashard Lawrence, he was just played with such passion in this game a year ago. Devin White might be one of the best linebackers in the SEC. And in the back, the All-American corner, Greedy Williams. Each level has got a star. But they also got a new quarterback in Joe Burrow, the transfer from Ohio State. He's had some success against Miami, but his first start on the road will test him. He's never been in a place like this, I can tell you that much. The fans have been ready for this one for about 2 days. Here comes Orgeron and the LSU Tigers, the 12th ranked team in the country. And the Tigers in burnt orange and navy. The home team, the number 7 ranked Tigers of Auburn. Moments before kickoff between a whole ambush of Tigers. We check in third member of our team, Jamie Erdahl. Jamie.
If you're playing the quarterback position, but for very different reasons today. I'll start with Joe Burrow. This is his true introduction to SEC football. It's hot, but it will not be the warmest of welcomes. The headline for Burrow has been whether or not he can prove himself as an elite college quarterback. I talked to him yesterday. He said, sure, I want to prove it to myself, but I want to show the country what I can do. Jarrett Stidham had great wins last year, but LSU was not one of them. One of these 2 guys will make a bigger name for himself today, Brad. Time will tell which one it is.
We'll find out, Jamie. Thanks. LSU won the toss and deferred, so the Auburn Tigers will be receiving. It's another hot one here in the South. LSU leads the all-time series 29-22-1. 16 of the last 18 the home team has taken. That's what kind of atmosphere like we have here today can mean for your football team. The 13-game home winning streak for Auburn started 2 years ago in a win over LSU, 18-13. Avery Atkins has got it teed up. Noah Igbenogany is back deep for Auburn. Biggest game in the conference so far. Here we go. And the Auburn Tigers will start from their own 25-yard line. As we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups. And it all starts with a guy Gary talked about, Jarrett Stidham.
When you talk to the Auburn coaching staff now, one of the questions I had for him was, how much more freedom does he have? And they said, we trust him completely, and he can change a play at any time now.
The rest of the group that joins Jarrett Stidham looks like this. Ryan Davis, single season record in receptions last year. He's kind of the safety valve for Jarrett Stidham. Caught 84 balls a year ago from the 25. This is Sean Shivers, a true freshman who got a couple before Devin White and Jacob Phillips made the stop. As we look at the LSU Tigers defensively. A guy in the back end, Grant Delpit, they're kind of comparing him to Jamal Adams. And if that's true, that's a pretty good compliment.
Yeah, I'd like that name compared to him. Just watch him tear up my Lions a week ago.
2nd down and 8. Cam Martin now in the Auburn backfield. Stidham throws on the run, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Right on cue.
Well, Grant Delpit a year ago was beat early in the game by Will Hastings for a touchdown. But this time, he stays with the play and makes the play. A rollout, and when he feels the rollout, look at the receiver squats and Delpit does not.
Jarrett Stidham's first interception of the season, and it comes on his first pass at home here today. Well, this gives Joe Burrow a really good spot to start at the 34-yard line. And he's going to throw on 1st down and completes it out in the flat. Justin Jefferson. Well, if you don't follow LSU and you say, who's their quarterback this year? Gary already talked about him a little bit. Just some background. Mr. Ohio's Football Award 4 years ago. Comes from a football family. A redshirt year, then 2 seasons at Ohio State. Didn't win the starting job. Graduated, transferred here. Here's his moment. Going to try to throw a screen, and he got it swatted back in his face by Deshaun Davis.
And Deshaun better be careful he doesn't get a taunting penalty. They're going to overlook it early, but yes. Davis attacking the quarterback. Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator for Auburn, with this plus territory, brings the linebackers. And the veteran Davis knocks it down.
There's the talking Gary was mentioning following the play. Burrow. Pressure coming. Got it right down the middle again. Justin Jefferson. And another 1st down.
And what a delivery. And plenty of time to throw the ball. Clear out. 2 inside receivers clear out. You get a clear out, you clear out, and come right behind him for a perfect square. And all the quarterbacks love that square in throw. And you got it. Actually, only one guy went deep. The other one went to the flat. But same idea. Clear it out. Get the square in behind it.
Got 15 on 3rd and 11. Now it's 1st and goal.
And what a well-thrown ball. He was able to step into that throw. Burrow was.
1st and goal at the Auburn 8. Brissett hit, drop for a loss by Deshaun Davis, the middle linebacker. And the guy that just carried the ball will sort of highlight because he's waited around behind the Fournettes and the Geises of the world. And now Nick Brosett's got his chance in 2 games, 200-yard plus outings. And he's got a couple of yards on that last one.
Well, Brosett answered one of the questions this year for LSU in the offseason is, would we find somebody to run the ball? So far they have.
He's going to keep it. Burrow tried to stiff arm, got it. And he's close, down to the 1-yard line.
It's funny, as a lot of the talk in the articles was about Joe Burrow sliding. And he said he had a conversation with the head coach about, being smart. When you're down on the goal line on the road against Auburn, you ain't sliding on a play like that.
He said, I'm not a slider, sorry.
Well, you got to pick your time at whether you slide. And now, on 3rd down, is it a 4-down call or is it a 3-down call on 3rd and goal here? Burrow, they're in the Wildcat.
Yes, they are, with Edwards-Helaire to take the direct snap. The number 2 tailback, right side in. Touchdown, LSU. So the interception turns into a touchdown for LSU.
Burrow shifts out. And then run to the right behind the new starter. Great double team in the middle right there that time. Just stoned Derek Brown. That was the ability to get the ball off tackle and score the touchdown.
Cole Tracy in for the point after. Been a long time since LSU scored a touchdown on their opening drive. They didn't have to go very far, though, obviously.
And just a flip of last year's game when the opposite happened. Auburn jumped out 20-0.
Extra point is up and good. So after the interception at the 34-yard line by Delpit, they only had to go 9 plays, 34 yards. There's the pick, the first of the season for Stidham. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who had his first career touchdown a week ago, has his second of the season here at Auburn. Well, the Auburn Tigers will get the ball for the second time. The first time was a disaster. An interception that led to an LSU touchdown. Great start on the road to cake the crowd out of it a little bit too.
Well, and also build your confidence in Joe Burrow.
Boy,
too.
I guess.
Starting quarterback. I mean, now he's out there, he's comfortable, and his team is going, we got a guy that is not intimidated at all.
Now Stidham in the shotgun, second series. Throws complete. Ryan Davis, and the ball came out, I think, unless he didn't catch it.
And that was Delpit again. They're calling it incomplete. But Delpit again reads the play. A lot of these wide receiver screens. And I'll tell you, look at how aggressive LSU, they switch on the play. Boy, I thought he had the ball. Did he have 2 steps there?
Had it behind him.
1, 2, 3. This could be overruled. I'm sure they'll take a look at it. Auburn should snap it.
On second down, and there's a drop ball.
Wow.
Cam Martin.
Now that one was dropped. I don't mean to say anything, but I know a drop when I see one.
Yeah, that's a drop. Yep.
Well, Jarrett Stidham has got to be thinking about, you know, we talked about his worst game a year ago when he was 9 for 26, and look how he started out this game.
He's 0 for 3 with an interception.
And a fortunate play, because one could have been a call to completion.
Well, here's 3rd down and 10. 4 wideouts for Stidham. Ryan Davis again, a little motion to the top. Blitz is coming from Devin White. They pick it up. Stidham down the middle, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Seth Williams. And Greedy Williams and Delpit were back there to make the play.
Well, I'll tell you, when you're able to pick up a Devin White blitz and get an opportunity to throw the ball, but Delpit reads it, it's a well-thrown ball. Greedy Williams kind of gets his hands in there and makes the play. I wouldn't call it interference, but he sure bothered the receiver on the play. There's no doubt about that.
There's the numbers from last year that we talked about. And not a good start today. Sippis punts. Fair catch called for and taken by Jonathan Giles. So the LSU Tigers with a touchdown lead. They have it back on offense when we return after this. Under 5 to go first quarter. First down at the 32. Burrow deep middle. Just overshot his receiver who got leveled. Jonathan Giles took a big shot from Jeremiah Denson back there. Incomplete. Defense. Gary talked about that front group is as good as any, and Daniel Thomas already a couple interceptions and a touchdown return on an interception. Fill in that back end where Trey Matthews and those guys used to be. On second down, this time it's swarmed under Edwards-Helaire. Nick Coe, the first guy there from that monster defensive front of Auburn's.
Yeah, well, Nick Coe is playing the Jeff Holland position in this defense. The other 3 return, and Nick Coe comes in. You stun the blocker, you get off the block, and you make the tackle. By the way, Nick Coe, 6'5", 280.
Even his own defensive lineman buddies say he's a freak. If you ever see him with his shirt off, he doesn't look like a defensive lineman.
Cow.
3rd and 12. 4 wide out group, empty backfield for Burrow. Here comes the blitz. Burrow steps in again and again delivers. First down throw, D. Anderson.
Well, Jamel Dean, number 12, allowed the receiver to get inside that time. And another easy throw, this time to D. Anderson.
13-yard gain on 3rd and 12. If you're just joining us, an interception on the first throw today by Jarrett Stidham by Grant Delpit led to an LSU touchdown. That's where we are right now, 7-0. Brosette fights through a couple of would-be tacklers. Montavious Atkinson made the tackle.
Yeah, I'm always afraid that Dontavius and Montavious will make the same tackle on the play.
And this time Montavious limping a little bit after making the stop.
And then Igbinogany is going to pick it up and run fumble, and I'm just going to say...
You've been working on Noah's name all week.
Yeah, and you know what I'm going to say? The Tigers made a good play.
There you go.
So safely.
Eventually today, the Tigers are going to win, too. Second down at 8. This time it is a jet sweep and a double reverse. Justin Jefferson got to the edge before he's knocked out of bounds. He ran a long ways, didn't get a first down. Andrew Williams, a guy down for Auburn.
Well, Joe Burrow has not only brought, you know, a coach's attitude, not making mental mistakes, but also toughness. He stays in on the play, and he waves just enough and allows Jefferson to get around the corner.
Nice vertical on that LSU guy on the sideline. 3rd down and 7. He's going to run it behind his tailback. He doesn't get it, but now it's 4th down and short again, 4th and 2. Cole Tracy already this year has field goals of 50 and 54 yards.
And he's going to get another try. Be 52 here.
Right in that area, yep. Maybe 53. He had a 50-yarder last week, a 50 and a 54 earlier in the season. This is, as Gary said, a 53-yard attempt. Kick on the way, and he pushed it to the right. No good. That'll give Auburn a little life now. With 29 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Well, Gus Malzahn, I'm going to say again, has built this program on running the ball downhill first. Obviously, so far in this game, he's not been able to establish that running game.
Not at all. Chandler Cox in motion. Here's a quick throw, wide out screen, complete. Eli Stove, who's coming back from a knee injury in spring, makes the catch. And this should end the quarter on the carry out to the 45-yard line. Vitarius Whitlow. And 2 seconds remain. Now they start the clock, and that'll bring the quarter to a close. Pretty much owned by the LSU Tigers on the Auburn Tigers home field. 7-0 into the first. We'll return to Auburn after this message and a word from your local station. As the second quarter begins, Auburn trying to get something going offensively, and they do actually with that run. But the first quarter, as we welcome you back, Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson belong to LSU. Joe Burrow was a question mark. Could he handle the big scene?
I can just see the LSU fan. He calls up his buddy. You watching the game? No, I'm at work. You got it. We threw 11 passes in the first. No, you're lying, man. You're 11 passes in the first quarter.
And he threw some pretty good ones. That's for sure.
Been doing a lot of LSU. Burt Jones, the last guy, threw 11 passes in the first quarter. Right?
He's the end around, and that gains nothing.
You're lying, man. That's all I'm saying.
Can't be.
Can't be.
Anthony Schwartz end around didn't net Auburn anything. And it brings up a 3rd down.
I tell you, Dave Aranda is one aggressive defensive coordinator. Those guys up front for LSU take on blocks, and he's got his linebackers and safeties running full speed. They're going to have to figure out some play action passes to slow them down.
Figure out a way to stay away from number 40.
Yeah.
3rd and 10. Hastings in the slot. Steady. Look out. Down he goes. And a flag as well. Andre Anthony with the sack, but let's see what the flag's
about. One of those linebackers.
A holding to boot didn't help. He held and it didn't work anyway. There's Aranda.
Yeah, he's highest paid defensive coordinator in all of college football. And today, so far,
he's earning it.
Underpaid, yes.
So Auburn went the wrong way after a couple of positive plays, and now they're forced to punt.
Interesting. I talked on the phone to Dave about the game, and he says, I put in 100 hours of work getting ready for this game, but I'll learn as much in the first 15 plays of the game as I'll all week watching, trying to understand exactly how they're going to attack us and be ready to adjust.
Aaron Sipas to punts. End over end. Jonathan Giles calls a fair catch and has to back all the way up to the 10. Good punt. And a fair catch at the 10-yard line. So LSU doing it on defense. Getting the ball back to their offense when we return. At the 22, first down. Play fake. Burrow sets his feet, fires deep right sideline. Got his man all alone. Justin Jefferson with another catch. And that's his fourth of the first half.
Very similar to the play action pass when he got his toe down. Watch the stop and go on this play. Stop and then go, underthrow, but adjusted to the ball beautifully that time, and you can't stop that one.
33 yards. Edwards-Helaire got a couple on the inside.
Igbenogany, who was a receiver last year for Auburn, was in the coverage, and now he knows what it feels like to be a corner out on an island.
Yeah, right.
On an underthrown ball. It's the toughest play for a defensive back to handle.
Got to feel great. Now, you must have had a few underthrows in your day, didn't you?
Yeah,
that turned
when I was trying to overthrow.
Second and 9 from the 44. Brissett back in there and a first down run.
Well, coming into this game, Nick Brissett had 262 of the 340 rushing yards for LSU, and he's been the surprise of the camp. Talked to Steve Emsinger about him. He says, listen, we did not know what we were going to do at running back. We assumed that we would just rotate 4 guys, but Nick came in ready. He sat around for 3 years for this year, and he came into camp this year and proved he deserved the ball.
306 yards in his whole career, and he's closing in on that in 3 weeks right now. The injured player was Garrett Brumfield, the left guard, who went out, got tangled up trying to get a block. Play fake, Burrow going deep on the left sideline, broken up. And a flag flies in late. Derek Dillon, the intended receiver, and Javaris Davis will have the pass interference.
Now you're going to wonder which way this goes. Will it be defense or offense?
Pass interference, number 14, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, it's not number 14, it's number 13.
It is. Javaris Davis gets called. Does he have a grab on the jersey? That's what it is.
Yep.
He had his left hand underneath the jersey that time, and that's what the officials saw. It was right. Actually, they both had a hand on each other's jersey. You can only throw one flag. You got to make up your mind.
So back in the red zone for LSU.
Man, after that first down pass by LSU, you were wondering, oh boy, they're going to have to punt here. Good field position. Now look where they got the football. Do they keep it open here? Wide open.
Chris Curry, true freshman's in the backfield now with Burrow. He gets the carry, and he got about a yard. Derek Brown, one of the first guys there. Hasn't been a lot to cheer about for the Auburn fans. It's been LSU on the road here in the first half, controlling the football game. Second and 8 from the 18. Brissett straight up the middle. Got about 4 to bring up third down.
Well, the veteran linebacker that time, Deshaun Davis, is the guy that read that play and got it into third down. So now the question is, we built this defensive line up to be as good as anybody in college football. When will they make a play? You know, I talked about all week that if the LSU offensive line could just get a stalemate, the LSU coaching staff would take that.
Yeah, they're getting it.
They're winning. They're winning right now.
Yep.
6'7", Sullivan is over here.
3rd down and 5. Morrow, the tight end in motion. They're going to keep it on the ground. Brissett, he's about a yard shy. 4th down.
Boy, did they commit to going 4-down territory here?
It looks like it.
You really not going to kick a field goal?
Cole Tracy missed one earlier, but it was about 20 yards deeper than this one. And this time he's got it. 3 more tacked on for LSU. 10-0 lead on the road.
And Devin White was recruited as a running back for LSU, and he's got the whole package. He's fast, he's aggressive, he's strong, and he plays smart football. He is clearly an All-American linebacker, and he is showing you why in this football game.
He had 15 tackles in this game a year ago in Baton Rouge, and he's en route to one of those kind of days again. Stidham looking left, goes that way, complete. Nice throw and catch. Got it to Darius Slayton.
And again, the talent on this year's version of Auburn is in the perimeter. It's a different looking team.
They've got all different kinds of receivers too.
Yeah.
Every one of them does something a little bit different. Play action. Stidham down the middle, on the run, complete. Seth Williams, the freshman.
Well, that was a big tackle by Delpit that time, because if he doesn't, it was very close to Williams taking that thing all the way. Just gets him by the shoe tops, or it's a touchdown.
So Auburn in LSU territory. Stidham comes up firing again, going deep. Got a man and just overshot Ryan Davis.
So again, talking to the staff for Auburn, they believe their quarterback has to at least be 90% accurate with his throws. Doesn't mean they're all going to be completed. They mean accurate. That's one of them they're going to put in the wrong column.
For some reason, late in that route, Ryan Davis just did a little stutter step and almost pulled up.
I don't know if he didn't see it or if his hamstring or something,
yeah,
right?
I don't know. You see it's a hot one on the field at Jordan Hare, over 100 degrees. 2nd down and 10 from the LSU 43. Whitlow, good run. Takes some LSU Tigers with him, including Fehoko and Devin White. Biggest 3rd down of the afternoon for Auburn. 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, I got to believe they'll go for it if they don't make it, though. They make the call if I'm offensive coordinator. I think about 2 calls if I need them.
They keep it on the ground, and Whitlow bangs his way inside the 30. 1st down Auburn. And they get right up to the line.
We've been talking, when would that Auburn offensive line show up? They showed up on that one. Easy 1st down.
Play action, quick throw. Chandler Cox with a blocker in front of him, and he's got another 1st down. Inside the 20.
That time fastball football got LSU. They were not ready when this ball was snapped. Look at that. Everybody's turning around. Nobody's lined up, and you get an easy big play because of going fast.
Back to the ground to Whitlow. Diving his way. Ball came out, but he was down.
He's lucky. His mom would be running right down there right now.
Telling him to do push-ups. His mom, Pamela, does not allow her son to fumble. And he's down right there. Davis in motion, sets up in the backfield. Stidham down the middle, broken up. Incomplete. There's the flag. I think it was on Kerry Vincent. That'll be an automatic first down.
Watch this, how tough it is to play defense in college football on the
Pass
RPO.
Number 5, defense. Penalty places the ball at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Watch Marquel Harrell right there, number 77. He will be a good 4 or 5 yards downfield when that ball is thrown. That's the difference. NFL, you're only allowed 1 yard on the play. Got everything going on when you're going against this offense.
First and goal, Auburn at the 6. Long delayed handoff to Whitlow, touchdown. That was a long wait for Stidham to finally give it to 28, and he made it count.
Well, Harrell that time gets the block again, number 77. He takes Rashard Lawrence one way, and then comes back the other way and cleans it up.
Now they'll put the big shift on. Come back over center. Anders Carlson will attempt the point after. Finally something for the Auburn fans to cheer about at the 5-minute mark. Extra point is good. A patient run. The end of a touchdown drive of 75 yards. It's 10-7. So Auburn went 10 plays in 3.5 minutes. 75 yards covered. And Whitlow's 7-yard touchdown has made it a field goal game. Anders Carlson to kick. And he blasts this one into the crowd. First 4 drives didn't do much at all. The last one put them right back in the thick of this. And now their defense would love to get a stop and maybe give it back to the Auburn offense. Burrow, quick throw out. Jonathan Giles, he just dropped the ball.
That was really a heads-up play by Burrows that time. You could see the play was going to go right to that play that time to Giles that time. He called him over because he knew the motion would take too long to get him there and risk having a delay a game. So he called him over, lined him up, and snapped it. Those are the little plays that coaches, like a Jake Fromm makes at Georgia, that the coaches just love. Keep you out of those penalties.
Burrow, slant, broken up. Nice play. Jamel Dean, not bad for a guy with a cast on his hand. And that's 3rd and 10. And as I said, they'd love to give it back to their offense. That's a nice play when you only got about 3 fingers at work over there.
Yeah, and all week I've been telling the guys on our crew that this front 4 for Auburn is as good as anybody. So far, they have not made a play.
This is their time to do it. 3rd and 10. Burrow flushed. There's the play. It was the linebacker, but the front 4 flushed it into Deshaun Davis, and it's time to punt.
Exactly what you want. One guy comes around. It was Big Cat Bryant, number 1, that flushes Burrow into the pocket. Watch Big Cat come around, make the play. I don't know if he's the right side or the left side. Let it go first. He's on the left, top of your screen. He flushes him inside, and then it's cleaned up by the spy linebacker. Great pass rush that time.
Ron Rosenberg's punt. Ryan Davis at the 29 made a one-man miss up, and he tripped himself up. I think he knew he had something working there. I got a little too excited, but Auburn's got it back with 4:09 remaining in the half. At the LSU 49, Stidham has a look over to the sideline. Throws. That one was behind his intended receiver, and this is a catch for Seth Williams, and a beauty again.
Well, you know, that's back-to-back wonderful catches. Now, obviously, the first one was disallowed because he didn't control it when he came down, according to the replay official. But that was a beauty because that was not an accurate throw.
Stidham loads, fires, near the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Darius Slayton, who got one hand on it.
Yeah, good coverage that time.
Christian Fulton back there.
Go deep. Fulton's perfect coverage. Slayton does a good job. If he can't get it, nobody gets it. Knock it down.
So second down at 10. Sean Shivers on the end around. The little fella, great speed. Down the sideline. What a run.
True freshman coming in and running the jet sweep. A staple for the Gus Malzahn offense. And he'll back it up by going hurry up.
21-yard run. Whitlow back in there now. Chandler Cox in motion. He'll set up on a 1st and 10. Whitlow straight up the middle. Got about 8 more. Tough run again. He's the guy that got the touchdown earlier from 7. He goes for 8 there.
Well, if you're an Auburn fan, you are loving the look of this offense now. The question is, can the offensive line do it? And they have that.
Whitlow hitting the backfield, spins away. He might have gotten a yard out of that.
Amazing, because Rashard Lawrence was in the backfield that time. Number 90 in this game a year ago played with 2 bad ankles. Look at him make the play here. And Whitlow, as Brad said, might have got a yard on a play he should have lost 3.
You can see the heavy breathing going on that defensive front for LSU. 3rd down and 1 for Auburn as we approach 2 minutes. Sean Shivers, who got him down here, is back in at tailback. They fake the toss to him. Stidham, play action, got it. Chandler Cox. 1st down Auburn. Second time they've thrown that pass out in the flat to him. Both times 1st down.
He's such a valuable player. He picks up all the blitzes. He leads the runs, and he's able to catch the ball, the senior Chandler Cox.
1st and goal at the 7. Shivers, left side, walking in, touchdown.
Well, Shivers gets the score, but Harrell, number 77, gets the key block again for Auburn.
Carlson's extra point. Up and good.
Easy call, and it led to the touchdown, the off-tackle run, and the final drive to make it 14-10.
So Auburn goes into the locker room with the lead 14-10 at home. For Jamie's halftime interview with Coach Malzahn, go to Twitter at SEC on CBS. But right now, Geico halftime report. Zook and the guys in New York. Fellas, with that, we welcome you back to Jordan-Hare Stadium. Packed house. Good first half. SEC West battle between number 12 and number 7. And LSU will get the football first to start the 3rd quarter. And Anders Carlson will try to prevent them from having any type of kickoff return. And they will let this one go, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Welcome back, everybody, to Jordan-Hare. Brad and Gary, Dave, Clint, Kiera, George. I hate to use the word tale when you're talking about Tigers, but it was a tale of 2 different sets of Tigers first half.
It was. And you know what I think the story of the first half was? Jarrett Stidham started out 0 for 4 with an interception. Joe Burrow was 4 for 5 and ended up 3 for 11. He could not maintain that passing, and that's what shifted the whole football game. LSU stopped completing passes.
That's
right after the guy called his friend, too.
That's right. We threw 11 passes. Do you believe it? They come up throwing to start the 3rd, and it's a good one.
There you go. You've got to have that guy. To beat a high-level defense like Auburn, you have to have a quarterback that make those throws. LSU, the last 2 times they had the ball, they went 3 and out. They come back, they trust their quarterback, and he makes the play.
That's 5 catches for Justin Jefferson for almost 100 yards and a 1st down.
And Jordan Jefferson said, if I had a guy like that.
Yeah, I could have thrown it.
Exactly.
At the 37.
He had a couple of I think they were pretty good.
Burrow throws short. And Nick Brosette's got another first down. Back-to-back first downs as we check in with Jamie.
Well, a couple things Coach Orgeron said to me coming out of the half is exactly what we just saw. 2 pass plays back-to-back. He said we're very comfortable getting the ball downfield. Defensively, he said we were perfect on run defense up until that last drive. Now, that is going to be affected by the fact that left guard Garrett Brunfield is questionable to return.
Boom.
Ooh, and Joe Burrow might think about sliding. He took a pretty good hit from Williams.
I think it was Montavious Atkinson, number 48. Was it, or was it Williams, 49? I couldn't quite see it. Yeah, it was 49. You got it. Williams gets the hit. And if you're going to run the quarterback draw, be ready for these linebackers.
That's the first time by design they've run him, though, isn't it?
Well, that one keeper down near the goal line.
That's right. Yeah. Well, they're in Auburn territory already. 2nd down and 7. Jonathan Giles in motion to the slot on the right side. They go left with the run, and it's Brosette. As we take a look at the first half game trends, talked about Stidham started really cold and then warmed up and plays like he's capable of playing. A couple of sacks on Joe Burrow, but he's been very efficient. And 8 penalties. That's not good, including a huge one on the face mask to Stidham that kept the touchdown drive alive for Auburn to take the lead. 3rd and 3. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. Burrow throws on the run. Overshot his intended receiver, Jamar Chase. Incomplete.
Well, there's no doubt that Emsinger that time, the offensive play caller for LSU, was expecting the house that time. He took his quarterback out of the pocket, tried to get one of those option plays to the outside. Nothing was there. Defended very well by that that Auburn secondary.
Now, Auburn might be pinned deep in their own territory, but after those first 2 pass plays and first 2 first downs, they're going, okay, we at least forced him to kick.
Can't be picky, get the ball back.
Rosenberg's going to run with it, and now a jump pass, incomplete.
My goodness.
Intended for Moreau, the tight end. He had him open, but he's a punter, not a passer.
Not even I could predict this play. I mean, a jump pass, I can do it sometimes, but they had him, but that's a tough throw right over the shoulder. I mean, it would have had to have been perfect.
Auburn takes over. Auburn gets the ball back on downs. We didn't see this one coming, Garrett.
No, we didn't. And usually this is an audible type play that the punter looks over to the sideline. You call it, look it up. Excuse me, LSU would look over the sideline. Auburn's in a defensive stay. Is any coach signaling? No. Coach Orgeron has his hands on his hips right there. Doesn't really do anything on the play. Play goes. It's defense safe for Auburn, and it was a tough throw.
Sort of a shot put of a jump pass.
Yeah, the
right
linebackers didn't hit it. It would have had to have been perfect.
So Auburn has his best starting field position because of that at the 45-yard line. Quick play fake, quick slant. Brian Davis spins away, keeps his balance, and picks up 8 on a play that could have been stopped for no gain at all.
I tell you, Rashard Lawrence that time I thought was going to blow this play up as a quarterback. That's a quick throw. He had to do it with Lawrence hanging all over him on that play. Good delivery that time by Jarrett.
And now Whitlow with a first down run.
You know, this is the first time, the last 2 drives, the Auburn offense looks like we recognize for the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, when they keep the defense off balance with play calls.
And again, it's Whitlow for about 3 more. Jacob Phillips and Fehoko in on the stop. So this is just what the doctor ordered for Auburn. Get a stop on LSU, take over on downs, and move it right back into LSU territory.
And what's happened now with this Auburn offense is literally as smart as Devin White is and Dave Aranda, the coordinator, is. They have no idea what Auburn's going to run right now. Anything's available.
Asa Martin, I beg your pardon, in the lineup. Play fake, throw, and there he is. Asa Martin down the sideline.
As I said, no idea. Asa Martin, another true freshman, comes in motion and then does the wheel route. No one covers him. Complete bust.
33 yards down to the 4. Now Stidham under center. Fakes the stretch, the throw, the end zone touchdown, Darius Slayton.
Well, Grant Delpit might have made a couple of plays, but that time his eyes were in the wrong spot. He's looking at the quarterback. He should be looking at his guy. Watch this. You look into the backfield, you forget your guy. Too late. Touchdown. So he got 2 of them right, 1 of them wrong.
Yep. Extra point is good. Darius Slayton's first touchdown catch of the year. Caps a 55-yard drive in 7 plays. Auburn thought they had a touchdown earlier. They know they've got a touchdown now. Top 10 goings on. Big game coming up down by the Grove at Ole Miss tonight. Alabama. Clemson a winner today. Georgia won easily.
Yeah, Notre Dame though struggling a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Vandy in that game acquitted themselves. Another one of those losses, you know, that, you know, if Vandy hangs in the game, that makes the conference look better. You know, it's just the way it plays out nowadays.
And the kick, no chance again.
This is like watching, you know, 4 balls to first base, isn't it?
Stidham said he tried that with him. He said, we don't talk that way, man. Burrow, complete, nice throw. D. Anderson, still going, and there might be a face mask at the end. That's going to tack 15 more on there.
If you can't protect the quarterback, you know what you do? You keep 9 guys in on the play. Watch this, play action pass. Only 1 guy is going out for a pass on this one. You
now watch at the end of the play.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask.
Right there.
Number 32, defense. 15-yard penalty being forced from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Well, these guys are having a little number trouble today, but it's 33.
Right? Yeah.
A.J. Britt.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's 15 yards no matter who it is or what your number is. 20-yard gain plus the foul.
You know, Joe Burrow, 5 for 15. He's had a streak here, but he does look like the scene is not too big for him, doesn't it? I mean, he's stepping into his throws, isn't backing down. He's got to get a little hotter.
First down at the 33 after the penalty and the catch. Go set. About 6 more. Don't forget later in the game, the play of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts. And that play of the game very much in doubt because this game is in doubt. 7.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-10, but LSU on a march here. Second and 5. Brosette. And maybe got 2. Nick Coe draped all over him.
Just remember, a field goal here makes it a 1-possession football game. They missed one, a long one before, make it an 8-point game with a field goal here. Last time in a punt situation, you know, not here, but midfield, Coach O rolled the dice. Looks like he's going to do it again. He's got 2 plays, 3rd and 4 here. Decide what he's going to do.
Auburn crowd comes to life on a 3rd down for LSU. Brosette off the left side, 1st down and more.
Didn't need to decide.
Good job of powering out over there to get the 1st down.
Charles and Broomfield that time, the left side of that offensive line. One guy's a true sophomore. Broomfield's the senior. They just clear it out, and then a good block at the end of the play to make the 1st down. Wonderful drive here. They needed it badly, did this LSU Tigers.
Just 1st and goal at the 9. Brosette trying to get wide. Auburn's not going to give him much, about a yard. Big Benogany got over there. So did Derek Brown. 2nd down coming up as we're under 5 minutes in the 3rd.
Garrett Brumfield was out for a few plays. After that one play we saw, he left and Chase Hines was in. Jason Hines, 57, Brumfield is back on the field right now, number 78.
Only been one pass attempted to the tight end, Morrow. He's on the right side, 3 wides the other way. Here comes the blitz. Burrow has time, goes to the corner. Incomplete, broken up by Igbenogany, intended for Justin Jefferson.
I'm surprised Joe Burrow didn't throw this for the deep pylon. It's the trips pass. He's got it. He can step into the throw, and he tries to just drill it in there. That ball should have been laid up over the top of it. He knew it at the snap that he had the proper leverage, and look how far that ball was underthrown.
Igbenogany got a little bit of a push, got away with it.
But he was thinking that ball was going to be laid up high, and it was not, and he was very fortunate.
And from pylon cam, it almost comes right into your lap at home. 3rd and goal. Again, trips set to the left. Burrow wants to go that way. Running out of time, throws late, batted down by Davis. 4th down.
Well, they're back with the field goal now. Good drive, good stop by this Auburn defense. They made the plays when they had to at the end. Davis, who had the holding penalty, comes back and stuffs this play. No one open on the play that time. Good coverage all around. They had their chance on 2nd down. Just improper trajectory on the throw cost them.
Joe Burrow over the fence after being forced out of bounds.
Jeez.
Here's a field goal. 27-yard attempt to try to make it a 1-possession game. Cole Tracy up just inside the right upright. So we said LSU needed an answer in that drive. They didn't get what they wanted, but they'll take it to cut it to 8. 3:58 remaining, 3rd quarter. Joe Burrow says, I'm trying to win on the road, even if I have to jump over the fences here at Jordan-Hare to get it done. Just a little taste of Auburn at Jordan-Hare, where the Tigers have won 13 straight, trying to make it 14 in a row at home, but LSU is not going away and not making it easy. The field goal capped a 60-yard drive, makes it a 1-possession game. This kick's returnable. Shivers. No, it's not going to be Shivers. It's going to be Whitlow. And a nice one out to the 39-yard line.
So we don't have many looks at kickoff returns, but finally we got one.
It'll be Shivers in the backfield with Stidham. He gets the handle. Got about 3 on the carry. And Whitlow, they're working on his left hand. As we take a look at the landing here. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, that force in slow motion, it doesn't look like much, but that left hand is slamming into the ground.
So the trainer's working on him on the sideline. Meanwhile, the true freshman has to carry the baggage. 5'7" Sean Shivers. They fake it to him. Stidham on a bootleg. Complete. It's the tight end this time, Jalen Harris. And he hurdles his way to a 1st down.
Jalen Harris had 3 career receptions coming into the game. Number 4. Nice 1st down. Good call.
A 1-possession game in the Tiger Bowl at Auburn, Alabama. 21-13 at the end of 3. We'll return to Auburn right after this message and a word from your local station. So last year, LSU owned the 4th quarter. Can they do it here on the road, Gary?
Well, they're trailing by less. They were trailing by 9 last year. They're trailing by 8 this year. They got to get a stop, obviously. You know, I think if you would have told Ed Orgeron you're going to go into the 4th quarter, the 1-score game, and your quarterback is 6 for his last 20 throws, he'd say, we'll take our chances. We can make a 4th quarter comeback like they did before.
Play action, bootleg. Stidham just going to throw it away. Smart move, didn't have anybody open. Wanted to go deep, I think.
Well, actually, I thought he had Anthony Schwartz. If he would have looked backside to his post route, if he would have just gone through his progression, it was a little crowded up front, but he had his speed receiver to the backside. That could have been a touchdown. Now, this is tough to do, but watch this. This is a touchdown. You throw that ball, you got the fastest guy in the field. Schwartz right there. Could have been one of those home run throws.
As is second down and 10.
Two starters in the secondary are out right now. Fulton and Battle.
That play is blown up.
But he's not.
By Rashard Lawrence.
What a football player.
He's a good one. 317-pound junior out of Monroe, Louisiana.
He's in that 3 technique. Tough. He's slanting. This, as you watch tape, this LSU defensive line moves more than anyone we've seen in past years. They slant.
Slide into the gaps.
Absolutely. Much more movement up front than we've seen.
3rd and long for Auburn. Nursing an 8-point lead here in the 4th quarter. Stidham again pressured. Going to try to run for it. It'll be about 5 yards shy, but it's 4th down.
What do you do? You got a 53-yarder.
You got a kicker with a wicked leg.
He's got a good last name that's made a lot of field goals.
Anders Carlson has hit a 53-yarder already in this young season. This will be from 52. His brothers, the starting kicker for the Minnesota Vikings, they just hand the ball over to a new foot, a new Carlson. This would be big from 52. Carlson's kick
was not a good snap.
Now in a wide left.
Yes. Was not a good snap, but threw him off. From that distance, that field goal kicker has to see a clean snap and hold. The ball was low on the snap, handled nicely, and it gets down. Everybody kind of did their job, but it was not clean.
Remember, his brother had the same snapper and holder for 4 years. This is a new package.
And on that one, the laces were looking right at him.
They've always been close. At least 6 of the last 7 have been, and here we are, 8-point game. 8:30 to go. Jordan Hare with 87,000 screaming. Burrow on a play fake. Deep middle.
Oh.
Got it. Complete to Derek Dillon. Dillon on the run. Can they get him? Unbelievable.
What a throw.
71 yards later. A 2-point conversion coming up.
Watch this throw. Threaded it. You see the Auburn defender jump as high as he can for the throw. It was Davis, number 57. It could not get there, and then stays inbounds for the touchdown.
2-point conversion coming up. Burrow looking left, back across the middle, and tried to tuck it in there, and it's broken up. Jefferson between 2 defenders.
Well, you never know as a quarterback or as a play caller, are they going to come after you or are they going to play deep? This time, watch these inside linebackers bail out and play deep and force a tight throw. Watch those inside backers turn around and run with a man in the middle of the field, and right there, a collision to get it loose. Darrell Williams and Jamal Dean, number 12 and number 49.
Justin Jefferson took a wicked hit back there trying to get to that football. Auburn will take over at the 25. Stidham motions Ryan Davis toward him, and that's that draw play they used last time. Whitlow. Ooh,
pretty
that's
close.
A form tackle by Delpit. Second down at 11 coming up. Three receivers for Stidham.
He's coming. Unless they call it off, because he saw the clap and he turned around. Here he comes.
Whitlow going to bring a 3rd and 5 up, maybe 4.
That time Mike Horton, the right guard, was able to get his helmet on White and make it into a positive play and get it into 3rd and medium.
Now we're under 7 minutes.
You could tell that White had given away the play, and this time Mike Horton gets it on him, gets the block, and allows it to be a positive play.
Hasn't been a great day on third down for Auburn. 4 out of 11. They just get bigger as that clock continues to tick. Ryan Davis in motion. Stidham in the gun. Pumped once. Now he's in trouble. Got away. Not going to get anywhere near the first down, though. Tracked down by Andre Anthony.
You know, and nobody went deep to help him. In that scramble situation, you know, if you watch all these routes, everybody stops right about here for a first down. Nobody deep, nothing deep. Everybody, oh, you got one guy here he didn't see. He was under a lot of pressure that time. But when he had that pressure, he could not find it.
Canella was the only open guy. He's one of the bigger targets, but he didn't see him. Sippes to punt. Giles will call a fair catch and take it around the 24-yard line. With 5:38 remaining. But we have unfinished business here. 2-point game. Field goal gives you the lead. 5:38 to go. First-year quarterback. First big pressure cooker on the road in the SEC. Edwards-Helaire wrapped up for a loss. Marlon Davidson was the first guy there.
And watch Marlon Davidson, Brad. You called the tackle, but watch he does the start. His job is to control the edge of the defense right there. Watch how he controls the edge. Doesn't let anybody outside, and then he comes inside to make help on the tackle.
Second down and 11 after the loss. 4 wide out group for Joe Burrow. Throws, and it batted, I think.
It was tipped. Yeah, it was tipped.
Intended for Jefferson.
Yeah, and I think it was Marlon Davidson again that time. Nick Coe was over there too, but I think it was Davidson, number 3. Was it 91 or 3? No, it was 5.
Derek Brown.
Yeah, Derek Brown.
No bigger third down today than this one.
You built your defense and be able to control a 3rd and long with that 4-man rush.
Burrow. Deep middle. Overshot his intended receiver, Jonathan Giles. There's a flag.
Thrown right at Dinson. Thrown right at Dinson.
Pass interference. Number 20, defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, here's the matchup right here. And let's see what happens here. Oh, he grabbed him. Absolutely. Yeah. He got by him. He got it early. It was before the ball was thrown, and that's a good call. It's a great call by the back judge. See, it wasn't at the end of the play where the crowd is looking at it. Right. It was much earlier.
First down, LSU. 4:49 remaining. They've got 2 timeouts to work with.
Nice protection on that 3rd and 11 play by that offensive line as well.
Edwards-Helaire behind Burrow, who comes up throwing. Tough throw, incomplete, knocked out of there by Dean Anderson, the intended receiver.
One-on-one. Big boy pants. You got to make the play. You got recruited to make plays just like that, and he did.
Doing it with a cast on your right hand. Pretty well played. 2nd and 10. We need a good chunk of yardage to have a field goal try that is makeable. And Burrow's going to keep this one all the way. Goes for 3 or 4. 3rd down again. Warming up on the sideline. Cole Tracy. But they got to get a pretty good piece of real estate before they give him a shot. 3rd and 7. Trips up to the top for Joe Burrow. Here comes an extra rusher. Burrow throws wide. Oh, what a catch.
Wow.
D. Anderson and a first down. It helps when you're 6'6" and you got long arms.
And you throw a perfect ball. Because I thought this ball had a chance of maybe being intercepted. Javaris Davis tries to undercut it, but it's a perfect throw and a wonderful catch. Wow, what a play by Joe Burrow.
First down at the 49. 3:39 to go. Burrow going deep now, left sideline. Incomplete, intended again for Justin Jefferson.
Man-to-man combat in the trenches and to the outside. Even a perfect throw here wouldn't have helped because that was just too good a coverage by Dean. Remember with Jamal Dean a year ago, they got beat on the corner route at the end of the half for the touchdown by Gage. Back out of the field. Got to have a short memory.
2nd and 10.
Do you run the ball here and help keep it a short yardage?
They move the motion man, Stephon Sullivan, over to join Derek Dillon on the left. They're going to run it.
Yep.
And he's tripped up as he got to the 45-yard line.
It's asking a lot to have your offensive line continue to pass block every play. I like this call by Emsinger, the offensive coordinator. Take a little pressure off, put it into 3rd and medium, and then you've got to decide whether you're going to go for it now or punt one more time. It's getting to that time of the game where you're going to have to make a decision here.
Third down and the biggest 12 feet of the day. Burrow again, he got whacked by Davis that time.
Well, remember Kevin Steele on the 2-point play, he played coverage. He didn't on this one. He brought everybody. Davis might have missed the pass down the middle, but he didn't miss on this one. Wham!
Wham.
4th down. They're going to go for it right here. They only have 2 timeouts. That's got to be part of the decision. They don't know if they can get the ball back again.
They're 1 for 2 on 4th downs on the season. 0 for 1 today. Burrow over the middle, got his man. First down. Stephon Sullivan.
I tell you, I am tipping my hat to Joe Burrow, okay? Anybody can have a hot day and be able to throw the ball, but when you're having a bad day, you can feel those stats. You 6 for 20, you can feel it, and he steps up in the 4th quarter and makes all these great throws. That's a guy anybody will play for, and the LSU team is watching this. I'm telling you, everybody's on that sideline, and all his players are watching the quarterback gut it out here.
First down. 1.5 minutes to go. Down 2.
And be over 50 yards here. They need one more first down.
Pressure. He lobs it. Incomplete. Intended for Giles. Davis covering again. Boy, had some heat from the backside that time, Gary.
The question was, would LSU just run it here and try to pick it up? Because Auburn only has 1 timeout. They cannot stop the clock in this situation. Can only do it 1 time.
And again, the kicker warming up on the sideline is Cole Tracy.
When Kevin Steele and Auburn needed to play against Washington on 3rd and 4th down, they brought the house. When he needed it before, he brought the house. Will he do it again? Yes, he will.
2nd and 10, Burrow lofts it again for Jefferson. In and out of his hands. He's looking for a flag, and there it comes.
That's just undisciplined football. You can't allow that to happen. He's grabbing Jamal Dean the whole way.
Pass interference. Number 12, defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
You're all out blitzing. You're playing bump and run, and watch. You put the pressure on, but he's throwing a 50-50 ball. Jamal Dean's left hand is grabbing on to the arm of Jefferson. See him holding down that right arm of Jefferson. He couldn't lift it up, and he got called.
And even with 5 catches on the day to lead LSU, Jefferson, that was a bigger play than any of the catches he's made.
Now do they just run the ball?
Nick Brosette behind Burrow. There comes the run straight up the middle. Brosette got 3, maybe 4.
You give your team a chance to win the game, a field goal to win the game. Gus Malzahn will take it down to 2 seconds or 3 seconds and try to kick the field goal to win it. He got his job, Ed Orgeron did, beating LSU last year, I think.
That was at home on the Bayou by 4. Right now they trail by 2. And they only need 3.
Same play the other way.
This time maybe a yard loss. Montavious Atkinson submarines in there to make the hits with 28 seconds to play. Timeout at Auburn. Back with 28 seconds remaining and a 3rd down and 7 for LSU. Auburn's defense asking their crowd to help the cause. The Auburn Tigers are out of timeouts.
Well, barring a disaster here on 3rd down, LSU will get a chance to kick a field goal to win the game.
Just got to hold on to the football if you're LSU. Brosette got hammered, put both arms around it, but Davis met him in the hole, stood him up for a loss. And Ed Orgeron is telling the official what time he wants the timeout. And it comes with 3 seconds left. Make it 2.
Yep, and it 2.
All right, Cole Tracy, earlier in the game in the first quarter, he tried a 53-yarder. And this is what happened on that one. But he's 5 out of 6 on the season, that being his only miss. And he's first among active kickers in the FBS with 73 made field goals.
Well, they lost 3 yards on that play, so it'll make it, what, 41, 42-yard field goal, somewhere right in there.
Here's the ball game from 42 yards away. Josh Grodin is the holder. Blake Ferguson will snap it. If it's good, they go back to the Bayou. First place in the West.
Can Auburn get a push and get their hands up?
Cole Tracy to win it for LSU. Kick on the way, and it is dead center. And the 13-game home winning streak for the Tigers has ended. And Cole Tracy's on the bottom of that mayhem. Really good football game. Cole Tracy missed one earlier, but this time the snap is clean, the hold is perfect, and the kick is right down College Avenue.
And the fact that that front 3 held their own, they knew they were going to get pushed. No need to cover anything here. Perfect job, perfect field goal attempt.
Cole Tracy's 74th field goal of his career, might be his biggest, and Coach O just a little bit excited. And a 13-game home winning streak for Gus Malzahn that started against LSU 2 years ago is over. Cole Tracy is going to be the big man on campus back in Baton Rouge tonight. Let's go down to Jamie.
Coach, wow, an emotional game. I know we talked at halftime about potentially making adjustments offensively, but what made you go back to your game plan and win it that way?
Just, Steve Esminger did a great job of calling the game. we had to go down there and kick the field goal at the end. Great job of clock management. Great time by special teams, our defense. Just a big-time team win.
Anything about Cole's game? He misses the field goal earlier, but how do you feel about putting him back in that scenario?
I felt good. He's got ice in his veins. I thought he was going to make the kick the whole time. I felt good about it.
And Joe was challenged all day, but again, his game in this environment for the first time in the SEC.
Yeah, he's a champion. We're glad he's our quarterback.
All right, you snapped that home win streak. We'll talk to your quarterback in a sec. Coach Six.
Go Tigers.
You knew that was coming.
I have.
Well, for a guy who was rumored, one of the guys that they said a coach is on the hot seat early in the year would be Ed Orgeron. Well, now he's sitting in the king's throne right now.
Yes, he is. They got the ball with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock. They went 14 plays to set up number 36, and he delivered. The ride of his life for Cole Tracy. What a game. Glad you were with us. Should be just as good next week in Tuscaloosa. That's going to wrap it up for Gary Danielson, Jamie Erdahl, Brett Nessler saying so long from Auburn. Final score, LSU on a last-second field goal wins it 22-21. A thriller in the Tiger Bowl at Jordan-Hare. College football postgame show is up next after these messages. So long from the Plains.